Alright guys, welcome back to Who Would Win? And yeah, this is a fight that I've kind of had in my head for the longest time, and I figured, wow, these two are incredibly powerful beings, and I have no idea how this would go down. Probably a few galaxies destroyed, probably guarantee that. So yeah, it's a good old Marvel DC battle pitting Dark Phoenix, you know, Jean Grey as the Dark Phoenix, and Hal Jordan possessed by Parallax. So yeah, we got Dark Phoenix Jean Grey and Parallax Hal Jordan. But for sake of argument, let's just call them Dark Phoenix and Parallax. So, as we all know the story of both Hal Jordan and Jean Grey were more or less corrupted by the power that they wielded. With Hal Jordan, he was driven insane by Parallax, who was manipulating him after the destruction of Coast City, who attempted to rebuild the city, but from there, of course we know he went on a rampage and pretty much wiped out the Green Lantern Corps, leaving Kyle as the only one and being possessed by Parallax for the longest time until he was merged with the Spectre. And then came back, and it's a long story. And of course, and from that point, with Hal Jordan as Parallax, he was an unstoppable force. Like seriously, most of the DC universe couldn't stop him. He also did battle with, he didn't really, well, yeah, he kind of did. He did battle with Thanos in the Green Lantern Silver Surfer crossover for a short, it wasn't really a big battle, they just didn't show it. That was the thing, is that when Hal Jordan was possessed by Parallax and even got ramped up by power from Silver Surfer, he then went toe-to-toe with Thanos, who was also ramped up by power by Kyle Rayner, who had manipulated him. So I don't know if that fight, it's kind of part of Marvel. It was the prelude to Marvel vs. DC, technically. It's a long story. Anyway, so then you have Jean Grey, who had the power of the Phoenix until Mastermind created a dark persona, creating Dark Phoenix. So, yeah, when she was Dark Phoenix, there were whole planets wiped out by just a thought. Entire planets just wiped out. And not to say Parallax couldn't do that too. The Justice League couldn't stop him. The only way they could stop him was when Hal flew into the sun after the Sun Eater destroyed our sun and sacrificed himself to reactivate it after it had been killed by a Sun Eater. Or was it? I think it was either the Sun Eater or the Sun Tyrant. Anyway. But anyway, so what would it be like if these two did battle? Oh my god, could you imagine if Phoenix and Parallax did battle, if Dark Phoenix and Parallax did battle? Both of them have godlike power. Of course, when Hal Jordan was possessed by Parallax, he had the living entity of fear inside of him. This wasn't the only time he was possessed by Parallax. During Blackest Night, he had to merge with Parallax once more in order to do battle with, I believe, the Black Lantern Spectre. If I remember that right. It's been a while since I've read Blackest Night. But anyway, so with that, what was I going to say? As Parallax, he had great power within inside of him, energy blasts, flight, superhuman strength, and near reality warping abilities. Whereas Phoenix had total reality warping abilities. Like I said, you saw her destroy planets. And in one what-if story, it was shown that Phoenix could go head-to-head with the Phoenix Force, could challenge Galactus. That guy who eats planets for a living. Literally to live. So, yeah, if the Phoenix Force has shown it can go toe-to-toe with the likes of the Power Cosmic, as well as it can also go toe-to-toe with the power of the Infinity Gauntlet. Again, that was a what-if story, so I don't know if that really counts. And then you have the power of the Phoenix Force has shown that it could actually, it sort of stood up to God Doom during Secret Wars, but that was when it was with Cyclops. But having said that, Dark Phoenix showed that she could take on, all this great power and, energy projections, pyrokinesis, taking on destroying mass chunks of the Shi'ar Empire, as well as other alien empires. It took, it had to take Jean Grey, much like how Hal sacrificed himself to reactivate the sun, she had to sacrifice herself in order to stop this power because no one else could. Cyclops had a chance, but he couldn't bring himself to killing Jean, so she had to do it. So again, it had to take the host to sacrifice themselves in order to stop this kind of just raw power at their disposal. So that's the big thing here with this, is that this is a very, these are two godlike beings, and this, I can't even imagine the devastation that Dark Phoenix and Parallax could, Jean and Hal possessed by those two powerful entities, how that would go down. I could see planets and just whole galaxies worth of planets completely destroyed in the chaos between the two. Now, the big thing is that, Parallax is the entity of fear and feeds off of fear. And trust me, Dark Phoenix can instill a lot of fear. So how you could argue is that Parallax could feed off the fear of the galaxy of the Dark Phoenix if they were fighting in a universe where they both existed. Could Parallax feed off the fear of the galaxy, of the inhabitants of the galaxy of Dark Phoenix, and add to his power? The other thing is that Dark Phoenix is, that power coupled with Jean Grey, probably the most powerful telepath and telekinetic. You couple that and turn it up to 11 with the power of the Dark Phoenix. Hal Jordan also, of course, is a very powerful Green Lantern, and just had a mass amount of power under his belt with, it was bolstered by, in his possession by Parallax. So, yeah. This is a really tough one, guys. This is a tough one. Parallax and Dark Phoenix are both, like I said, godlike beings who had to take themselves to stop. It literally had to take themselves to stop, themselves. So whole galaxies would be destroyed. I don't know who would come out on top. This would just be there would just be devastation on a galactic scale, in my opinion. So yeah, I can't decide who would come out on top in this matchup. So you guys tell me, who do you think would win? If you think Dark Phoenix would win, put hashtag Dark Phoenix wins and list off the reasons why you think she would come out on top. Or if you think Parallax would win, put hashtag Parallax wins and list off the reasons why you think Parallax would be the victor in this match. I can't decide, honestly. I honestly can't decide who would, come out on top in a matchup like this. So I'm going to leave it up to you guys. Just comment below, let me know, and once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.